I gotta get my cup. Hold on.
Yeah, we already started.
You're listening to the Matt Ramage Show, presented by Quick Trip.
What is up,
What's
everybody?
up? What's going on, people?
We got Cheesehead TV's own. All right. First of all, I feel a little bit of pressure. We got Live Axe's own. All right. We got uh freaking live stream genius, like a
Oh
live
dear.
stream, guru, if you will, and I will. So, how you doing tonight? First of all, we did the AJ Dillon show earlier, which
Yep.
is very cool to be even a part of. I was on it twice, and I was very pumped up for that. Uh,
AJ was pumped up tonight.
yeah, I thought it was a good
He
show. I
brings it.
actually thought, because the first time, I'll just be honest,
Is this the Carry the G post game show? Is this the first
it might be, bro. This is the Carry the G AJ Dillon post game show. Because the first time I felt like I didn't bring it. I
you
didn't.
brought it. Yeah, you brought it tonight. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be honest with you. Yeah, you
I
definitely
was
did.
sober the first time. I'm not as good sober. Like Aaron Nagler knows this.
Yeah.
So like, and part of it, like, I made that tweet earlier. I was like, yo, I'm a little buzzed up or whatever. I was like, do I have to be sober for this thing? And that was kind of to troll you because I know you're a little like, hey, this is serious stuff we
It's
got going on.
professional here.
Yeah, because it is. You got the AJ Dillon show. It's not this.
Yeah,
Like,
you're talking to somebody who literally like watches the Packers. We both watch the Packers and sit and drink beer. So
yeah. So like, it's not the same. You know what I mean? Because like what I do, what you do, even what I do is way less than like what you do. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know about that.
I know, but like,
You mean when we invite you to come to a tailgate with us and you basically are like, "Oh yeah, no, I have to do a stream. Oh, psych. I told somebody else I'd hang out with them.
no,
Sorry."
that was at. Hey, I was wrong. No, first of all,
When are
those
we
are
gonna
good
do
people.
this? We got to do this. Hey,
All
we
right,
got to
the
do
Bears game.
Bears game. Okay, it's basically this is great, you guys. Tell me how much this is great. Okay, Matt Ramage basically doing his best Billy on the Street impression at in Lambeau Field. It's gonna be great, and
Yeah,
we have some tailgate. We have some versions of that. Tyler Herrick did a really good job of like going around and like interviewing people. He does the whole like who do you think's gonna win the game, and somebody's like the Rams. He's like wrong answer, and he like walks off. It's really funny.
dude. Actually, he did really good, and I actually like that. I think for the Bears game, I will go out. I will go over there. I want to try to go to the Bears game actually, because I think I have to. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the biggest Bears hater. I have like an
I
echo
think it's
going
funny
on
that
here.
you're just realizing that right now.
Yeah, I think I had to go. Well, not that I have to. I'm like, I have to go to the Bears game.
Yeah.
That's a, but I think the Bears game would be fun, and I have a little bit of echo going on, but we'll just kind of go.
Have you
We'll
checked the
figure it.
stream? Are you sure there's no echo on the stream? That's the first thing I always think about.
Yeah, I don't see no people
Do
saying.
you have it? One time, I'll tell you what. We were doing Carry the G, and I had YouTube open when we started it, and it was on unmute. So is that where you're hearing your echo?
I don't think I have YouTube open. No, I don't have YouTube.
Oh, okay. That
So
happened to me.
in the comments section, first of all, because this is a professional show, let me know if you guys hear. Okay, no echo on the stream. All right, so we're good. Aaron Nagler's
Nagler's.
chiming in. He's always helping out. All right, so
Well, it's always suspect. I'm sitting here. I'm like, you're the operator.
I am This is a professional podcast or live show type people. But first of all, I want to show a clip. All right, because I
Yeah,
was
let's see
on
it.
Carry the G
Yeah,
with
this is the
AJ
Carry the G
Dillon.
post game show. We just determined this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I want to show a clip, and then we're gonna show some stuff that Tyler did a little bit of. You guys made some drinks, you know what I mean? Which I
Yep.
wasn't. Actually, I was invited to, but I love Tyler. Tyler is the best content creator. All right, but
Wow,
I want to show that. No, he is. He's very good at. He's like
he's good.
the camera work. You know what I mean? I
Oh
don't have
yeah.
the camera work. I just jack up my eyes. I have a good time. But I want to show you guys a little bit because I think everyone should watch Carry the G with AJ Dillon every single week, not just when I'm on. Even though I probably, I brought my A game today.
Oh, okay, okay. I love how you're like. I love how you go quickly from like I wasn't that good the first show,
No,
and
I
now
was trash.
I got better to now you're like I mean, I make the show. You're like Aaron Rodgers. You're like I make this a vacation destination. Do you understand?
No, because I feel like when I'm sober, I get a little bit nervous, you know. But when I'm buzzed up, I'm in my,
Uninhibited.
that's my zone.
Is that your
All
middle
right,
name?
yeah.
Uninhibited.
And remember, Corey, this is a clean show.
Okay.
I forgot to tell you this earlier, and I'm surprised you haven't thrown out like 19 f bombs by now.
Hey,
But
see, look at that.
yeah, but you're learning. All right, so let me throw this up here. Little cut of action from
Oh,
Carry the G with AJ Dillon on
step.
Cheesehead TV, only on Cheesehead TV. All right, here's a clip. The one run like in the history of like the guys who like just bulldoze guys though. Adrian Peterson when I forget what game it was. I'm sure somebody will remember. But he just bulldozed and he like stepped on
stepped
dude's
on him
chest.
and kept going.
Yeah, and he kept it moving. Oh, I was like, dude, this dude's got a family, bro. Like, I don't know how he went home to his kids.
Yo, can you imagine? Can you imagine getting run over by a man? He just steps on your chest.
Nope.
Steps on your chest and he keeps it moving like no regard for you.
And then like you go home that night and like your kid's like, hey dad, I watched the game. Like get away.
You didn't watch me.
Why are you watching
wasn't
this?
me.
Don't give me a hug.
I love
Yeah,
it.
like dude, yeah.
I love
That's
it
wild.
so much. That is so phenomenal.
All right, so midway through that clip,
Yep.
my whole browser shut her down. So all right, so just to let you know what's
Something's
happening over
working.
here. Yeah, it still works. No, but I think that was a great clip because I should have led this up if I was a professional.
Mhm.
But we asked AJ Dillon like what was his, who are his guys like growing up and whatever. And I thought it was funny that Nagler said that. It was like, how old are we? Because like those guys seemed to me like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Like those guys seemed to me like it just happened. But it was cool talking to AJ Dillon. You know what I mean? I'm a little buzzed up right now. All right, Corey Behnke. But
Thanks for being honest there, Matt.
so, no, but let me talk to the audience. All right,
Okay.
let the audience know how did this particular thing like with AJ Dillon, because you got Aaron Rodgers on Tuesdays
Yep.
with Pat McAfee, and now we have. Or now, not now. The whole season we've had AJ Dillon come on Cheesehead TV.
Yep. On Mondays, typically, yeah. He couldn't.
Yeah.
He couldn't do. He had a very special team function on Monday night, and but so he had to do it on Tuesdays. But yeah, I think our original thinking was, you had watch party, you got the game stuff, but there's nothing like right after the game. Like I remember us initially when we did transplants, we picked the middle of the week was kind of like, hey, enough news has happened. Like you got Monday, Tuesday, you got Wednesday. You're gonna have enough stuff. You know what's going on for the next thing that you're prepared for. Whereas Monday, like it kind of lends itself to a player because you get a little bit more of that post game. You get a little bit more. Oh, am I not interesting enough for you right now,
No,
Ramage?
this is an Aaron Nagler tweet.
Bro, this is how you
It's a
treat your
Aaron-
guests.
This is an Aaron Nagler
I,
tweet.
I can't work like this. This is you're listening to me. You ask me a question, you're listening to me, but you're gonna watch an Aaron Nagler tweet over me talking to you, bro.
I think he mentioned you too. I apologize.
I'm dead.
I
You
apologize.
killed me.
It's hard not to look when it vibrates.
Bro, I'm
It
like
doesn't
I've
vibrate
thought I
often.
can't believe I've thought about
on,
doing
hang
a
on.
watch party with you.
Hang on, look at that. Let me look at that.
Are you showing a tweet on your watch?
No,
You're
it's
like, look, Aaron Nagler mentioned me.
no. I just want to let you know that it's Cheesehead TV related.
Nice.
No, I shouldn't have looked at it though.
I appreciate you. I appreciate that.
No, but you
No,
You
what I
guys-
was saying was is Monday
I
night.
will take it off.
No, it's fine. You're fine. Monday night lends itself to when you have a player to talk about the game and talk about what happened, and so it's not just two idiots talking about football. It's actually somebody that knows what they're talking about. So We love having AJ this season. It's awesome.
Yeah, because it actually is really cool. I've watched multiple shows. I haven't watched every show because
So you're not a fan, is what you're telling me?
yeah, I watch every show. Is what I'm saying.
Gotcha. Yeah,
I
that's what I
lied.
thought I heard you say.
Yeah,
I just might have
I
been my
lied.
mic, my
But
headphone.
yeah, I think your mic is
Yeah.
your headphone. You got faulty equipment. But yeah, because on my show I have one guy who knows nothing about football. You guys have two guys
Yep.
who know nothing about
Two
football.
guys, yeah.
And now you add a guy in who knows something about football, and then you just mix in people sometimes know stuff about football, sometimes not. This week you had one of
One
two.
of one.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of one because Tyler he knows some stuff.
I don't know. He got all obsessed about, talking about this a post game show. He got a little obsessed with fullbacks. Like that was kind of his theme going the whole time. He's like, I got the fullback thing. I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah. He did. No, but he was good. He told me at the end of the show I was funny, so me and him, we're good, bro.
Literally, that's all it takes. That's
Yeah,
it. No,
someone tells me they're funny. We're in, bro.
yeah, I love you. Can I marry you?
We're good. So I want to talk about because Tyler and you like we did a drinking. You made a drink. You
Yes,
made
sir. I made
the
you
Lombardi.
a Vince Lombardi old fashioned. I made you a Curly Lambeau old fashioned and a XLV old fashioned with Woodson whiskey in it.
Yeah, and I got trashed for saying for not picking. I think it was the Curly. I didn't pick the Curly, so everyone.
I mean,
was
you knew
like,
that was gonna happen though.
Yeah, no matter what I picked, people were gonna.
No, you knew if you didn't pick the Curly in my house, you know.
I
I
should have
mean,
picked it.
it's
And
fine.
what are you gonna do? You know, what I mean, I was on a spot like.
Hey, you're honest. You're an honest guy. I appreciate that about you.
Yeah, and
If
I
you don't
got
like
trashed.
something, you're like, I don't really want
People at work said something like, "How did you not pick the Curly?" I was like, "How did you see that, bro? Like, how did you see it?" But we're gonna. I want to show you this. First of all, I'm not. This is not Live X. This is Matt Ramage. This is StreamYard, people. So we're gonna show you this.
Sweet.
All right? But
Here we go. You got it. You got it set up. Nice.
It's not smooth. It's not smooth.
Sweet. LaFleur Adora, baby. Yeah.
What are you drinking there?
What are you drinking there? I like it.
So hang on, let me turn this
Gotta
off.
push pause, Ramage.
So how
Nice.
did you?
Appreciate that.
First of all, what is that clip from? What are you drinking? What is that clip from?
That's from Coach on Packer Transplants.
He was on Packers Transplant.
Bro, what do you even work? What is going on?
When did that happen?
That's happened every year since he's been coach.
Really?
Yes, sir.
I feel embarrassed.
It's fine. You never saw the clip of me running around with the Packers helmet the first time we had Coach on their show. And Nagler and I are in the studio, and there's this whole clip, and Coach hangs up the phone, and I just run around. And then there's another one where, yeah, dude, you had me on your show after we had Coach on last year during the pandemic.
Dude, my memory is so bad. I think I drank too much.
Yeah, and we had him, and I was in the tailgate room, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I see you. You're in the little gold house," and I waved to Coach because I can see his office from here. Sweet.
Yeah, I remember you talking about like Coach's office is right out there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. My memory is bad, bro. Maybe I should slow down the drinking.
Maybe, but yeah, the LaFleur Adora. I had a bunch of ginger beer in the tailgate room this last month, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't want to make a everybody always makes what is that drink with the little copper cups, a Moscow Mule." And I was like, "Oh, I don't want to call something the Mule or whatever."
Yeah.
And so I was like, what else uses ginger beer? And I found this drink from the 30s called the Floradora, and it's pink. And I was like, oh, this is pretty this sounds good. And I was like, oh, what's raspberry syrup? So like you learn how to make like your own raspberry syrup, and it's good. And then somebody on Twitter, I asked for some names, and somebody on Twitter was like, hey, you should call it LaFleur, which I'm like, why didn't I think of that? That's like genius.
That is a beautiful name. First of all, shout out to my awesome producing there. I got you that close up. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I'm
we can
sure
get
you
a-
were doing. Yeah, there you go. Now
Woo! I don't.
you're like mixing it up, bro. I don't
I
even
don't.
know.
I don't have live X people. You know what I mean?
You
But
are live X people
I
right
am.
there.
I
You're
am.
proving
But
it.
so
Streaming master.
I am a streaming master.
You're a show operator, bro. No, seriously, I'm not. I'm like half kidding, but I'm actually not. You are. I mean,
I'm trying to get on the level of the people that I watched before I started making shit.
yep.
Anyways, I could get into depth of that. I won't. But anyways, so I don't really want to, but I feel like I have to
Okay.
trash the Vikings a little bit.
Why not? You know they
Because-
won their. You know they won their Super Bowl the other.
They won their
the
Super
other
Bowl.
day.
They're having their Super Bowl layoff now. Because, first of all, I have to bring them up. I have to. I don't want, like, I really don't want to.
Yeah, why
Like-
bring them up? Like we're 9-3. They're just like wishes and
I know.
dreams.
But, like, just for, like, a
Wishes
brief
and broken
second.
dreams.
I know, they are so pathetic. Like, I said it, I made a little podcast, a little YouTube video earlier, but, like, they're all over me. Like, that whole week. And I'm sure you too, and, like, Nagler and all the guys, anybody who makes any type of content.
We got a lot more Minnesota trolls than we ever did.
Yeah,
than we
dude,
ever have
there's
before.
so
It's crazy.
many Viking fans that troll me. So, like, when they lost and we won, I was like, yeah, happy times are here again. We're back to normalcy. The Packers winning, the Vikings losing. And then they're like, oh, we beat you, whatever. Dude, I got so many trolls. I wasn't answering tweets, wasn't answering messages. They
Yep.
started to email me, bro, because my email is connected to, like, my social medias, Instagram and everything.
Yep.
They started to email me.
That's funny.
They're like, yeah, we beat you, bro. So I'll just say this.
But didn't you? I thought I saw you did something cool where you turned that into content, right?
I did. I definitely shared some of that shit. I because I had to.
I'm sure
share.
you got some good stuff. We get,
Yeah.
dude. We could do an entire YouTube video just on the email that Cheesehead TV gets,
Yeah.
and
I
literally,
don't-
yeah, it's crazy.
I don't get that much for email. I get messages and all that stuff. So when I got emails, I'm like, oh, I'm upgraded, bro. Like they're
Upgraded.
like they.
Are you gonna have a newsletter soon?
Yeah, I'm gonna have newsletters. And I'm
Subscribe. Subscription newsletter.
just for Viking fans.
There you
Just
go.
for haters. But yeah, but dude, like
They'd probably pay for that, you know.
I should like $1 a month. That's what they
You'd
do.
probably
right?
get a bunch of trolls. It'd be hilarious.
They pay $1 just to troll me, and I was like, "Hey, you give me $1, I will respond to every single one." No, but like, I don't want to talk about the Vikings because I like to talk about relevant teams. But anyways, so the Packers, you know, number one in the NFC.
Yeah.
You know, if you've been part of this show, you've been on this show, you know that there's not a lot of statistics going on
Yeah.
because we don't know stuff. I don't, anyways. But Packers are number one. The Cardinals, they had a bye, and I saw people complaining. How did the Cardinals lose number one spot because they had a bye? Well, because
They didn't on some power rankings. So I posted on Twitter that like anybody who puts Arizona number one in a power ranking is a complete idiot or moron.
because first of all, the Packers beat them, so they
Yeah.
didn't lose because of a bye week.
Yep.
Yeah, because a lot of people
Also,
had
they
them-
have one more game. They've won one more game. So
Yeah, it's like I saw this earlier, like a couple hours ago. It was right before we did the AJ Dillon show on Cheesehead TV.
I think everyone knows that by now.
Little wiggle waggle in there, baby. No, but
Okay.
I saw that they said, "How would you feel if the Packers lost number one power ranking because of a bye week?" Like, I don't care about power rankings. Yeah, when the Packers are number one, I'll talk about it. When they're not, when they get disrespected, then I'm like, that's a trash. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
No one cares about power ranking. But that's what it is. I really don't care about power ranking. This isn't college football. which I don't
We're
watch college.
we're in a
But
time we're in a time, and we have been for a while, and the Packers just find themselves in it, where we're an extremely popular team that the national media uses just to get engagement from. So we always, when we're doing good, we never look at a power ranking because they know they'll get more engagement from Packer fans to what you
yeah,
just said. Because I'll do it too. I'm like, the Packers at 10. We won, and then somebody's like, "Bro,
yes.
no one cares." And then I realize, oh yeah, damn it, I don't
Dude,
care either.
but let's talk about that for a second because I feel like me and you are on the same vibe length. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're on the same vibe length. I don't know
I
if
don't know
that's a
what a
word.
vibe length is, but yeah,
We're on
we're
the
on
same.
it. We're
Let's
on
just
whatever it is.
let's skip that second word. We're on the same vibe.
Yep.
All right, as Tyler would say. That like, here's what it is. If you trash the Packers or promote the Packers, you're gonna get clicks. Dude, my computer's tweaking out. I'm getting a bunch of beeps. But and it's the same thing like with the Cowboys, the Steelers, like the Patriots, and like the Bucks as of recent. But like there's certain teams that you just trash them or promote them, talk about them.
Yep.
That's why ESPN talks about the same teams all the time.
Yep. No matter what's
Because
happening, yeah.
yeah, because if you trash the Packers, you're gonna get a bunch of Packer fans.
Well, they have their narrative threads, and then they sprinkle in a little football teams, other little football teams. Oh, here's some Browns content. Oh, here's some this content. But it's like, yeah, let's talk about the Cowboys for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we do. First of all, because we could right now just trash the Cowboys for like 20 minutes straight, and I could like post it on my YouTube and have a cool little thumbnail, and it would probably be the most viewed video I've ever had. First of all, it's not hard to do. No one watches my shit on YouTube, but but that's what it's the same thing. Like with me trashing the Bears, like that's my most viewed stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I trash the Bears because that's like my whatever thing. It's hard to do now because Bears fans don't even bite anymore.
No.
They're like, yeah, we know, bro.
Dude, they live
like,
in Chicago. They got better stuff to do, and they're realists. They're like, yeah, they suck. Okay, they're like every other team in Chicago right now.
That's why I switched to the Vikings because they bite, bro. Dude, you looking to catch some walleye?
Oh, they bite, yeah. They got nothing else. What else do they have?
Yeah, they have.
They got skull and they got a horn. That's all they got.
Yeah, I just zoomed down on our asses. All right,
Nice.
but so Mr. Corey Behnke, what are
Yes,
you
sir.
drinking? What are you drinking tonight?
Tonight I'm drinking some Untitled Art. I think it's like a double blueberry sour.
They should title that thing.
I hope they don't. They had this dude. They have this key lime sour that was like, dude, I couldn't. I bought everyone in Green Bay, and there weren't that many. That's the problem. As soon as they come out with the flavor, you're like, oh, I love this, and then they're like, no more. Try the next thing.
Dude, that's the hot thing right now.
Yeah.
Like even like
Badger State does that too. They've been
Like-
making some pretty good beers, and then no, we're not having that anymore.
it's not just with alcohol; it's with everything. Like I was recently trying to buy a PS5. I want to start streaming like Madden and doing things.
Yep.
You can't find them. And like I don't get it because like
Didn't Tom Grossi get one though?
he did. I got
Yeah.
one too.
Oh,
But I
I
actually
thought
got
you
one.
couldn't find it.
I couldn't. But then a guy on Twitter's like, "Hey, I got one. I'll sell it to you." And
Wow.
I said, "Well, I'm not going to send you money because I don't know you like that, and I'm probably getting ripped off." And
So
he's
he
like,
just
"No."
sent it to you for free?
He's like, "No, I'll send it to you, and you pay me after." And if
Oh,
you
that's
don't pay
nice.
me, he's like, "I'll take every." I told him I was like, "If I don't pay you, take Aaron Nagler, take every top tier like Packer person I talk to on the Twitter. Everyone sees who I talk to."
I love
And
how
I
love
just
how
called
you
me
were
out.
about to say me, but you then held your tongue and then said top tier. You were like Aaron Nagler, and then you were like top tier. Like in
No,
case...
I'm just saying, like
Mhm.
the people that I
Yeah.
talk to a lot,
Yep.
right? And you don't respond to my my tweet, so I was like,
Is
well,
that true?
I don't know. I don't
Interesting.
like. Usually when I tweet you, I'm hammered. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah,
ever
and
notice
usually
that?
it's
You
like,
ever
hey,
see
do you want to
those?
come on my show? I'm
like
like your
6
I'm your
minutes.
sneaky link, dude. I'm your sneaky link.
Like, do you want to come on my show in 6
Yeah,
minutes?
in 5 minutes. It's like 2 a.m. and it's like the you up. It's like the you up text,
Yeah,
and I'll get that
that's what-
DM and it'll be like, yo, you up? Oh man.
No, because that's what I do. Like, like for the Packers post game show. All right,
Yep.
here's what I did because you guys have a professional show over there at Cheesehead
We
TV,
really
right?
don't. It's Nagler and I sitting in our houses talking to each other.
I know, but see, here's what I did. Last Sunday, I did my whole live stream. Like you have a watch party. I have a similar thing. I don't know what the hell. First of all, I don't know what to call my thing. I don't want to call it watch party.
Why not?
Because you guys have a watch party. Maybe I call it the Ramage watch party. I know
Live reaction, isn't that what people on YouTube call them now too? Live reaction.
that's what I call it. But then I feel like I'm copying Grassi. I try to have a.
Oh, is that what Grassi calls his?
Yeah, he goes like play-by-play live reaction. I don't do play-by-play, even though I kind of do, but like more.
What about drinking with your buddy during the Packers game?
That's basically what I do.
You should just call it that.
Yeah,
drinking with your buddy during Packers Bears.
Because when I do like my little watch show or whatever I do, it's basically I'm just drinking and like watching the game with a bunch of people, whoever shows up to watch the thing with me. Anyways, what was I saying?
I have no idea.
It was something good.
Are you sure?
No, but like I forgot what I was saying, and I know it was good, but we got sidetracked there. All right, but
I mean, I go on tangents. It's easy. In this case, you went on tangents, though.
Let's be
clear.
I had a good feeling about that too. I was like, dude, this is good. I'm gonna say something. You ever have a feeling you're gonna say something so good?
Yep.
And it doesn't happen?
Yep, many times.
All right, so I literally lost that thing, bro. Let's move on.
Yeah, you just got to talk about other things. It's fine.
We'll just talk about other things, and then that'll probably never happen again. And good thing I was gonna say, people just get screwed on that thing. But hey, let's talk about how good the Packers defense. Let's talk about real football here.
There you go.
We're gonna talk about real football.
How about Kenny Clark?
Yes.
This season, actually. It is interesting. Everybody wants to talk about Aaron Donald and talk about like all these marquee players, but how often are they really saying, "Hey, we got to watch out for this guy, Kenny Clark"? They really don't talk about him like that.
I like this.
There you go, Iowa Joe.
Drunk
Just
time.
call it drunk time with Matt Ramage.
That could be every show. That could.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I'm gonna rename the podcast.
Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, that's the name of your channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but dude,
Clark.
that one play where he sheds 2 blockers and then he like gets penetration and totally gets like -2 yards. It's awesome.
Dude, I said this. I said this. I think during my stream. And it's no disrespect to anyone else on a defense because it was just like a whim of the thing. But Rashawn Gary, like how good he is. Like Jair's injured and all these guys are injured. So I said Rashawn Gary, like right now, is probably the most important person on the defense. And Kenny Clark, obviously, I think you could interchange them. But Rashawn Gary is so good at football. Like, he just tears through dudes. Like, I feel like his energy is just so important. Like, Rashawn
I agree
Gary
100%.
So
I mean, his motor's crazy. But and I totally like the thing is that it's so hard on doing your 111th. It's hard to be like the number one or the person who's the engine, right? I think the whole defense, I mean, it's pretty crazy what they've been able to do. Devondre Campbell, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, Russell Douglas like this season.
Yeah.
It's been
How
incredible.
was he on a practice squad?
How are you playing more lower thirds? This happened the other time too, where it was like it would like go through Nagler.
Dude.
How is he? What? How is he even playing in the NFL? Did you ask?
No. How is he on the practice squad?
It's crazy, right?
Things are happening on my screen. Where like, I'm like, I hit a button. I didn't hit buttons.
Things are happening.
Yeah, like. Things are happening. Like I didn't hit no buttons.
Dude, you should have like animation when you come back and you play that back and you're like, things are happening, and then you should just have like an animation around your head of like all these little fairies and like little like bugs and stuff, and you're just like, things are happening on my screen, man.
That's what it is, though. That is what it is. Like I have no control over what's happening. Let's check out like what people are saying in the comments.
Okay, people are in the comments.
Iowa Joe said Matt versus technology is amazing content. I am so bad at content. All right, Dink and drunk during the game.
There you go.
I think we're getting some names.
Yep.
Some name vibes. So Let me ask you this, there, Mr. Corey
I love
Behnke.
how Brandy's like, "What did I walk into?"
Stafford can.
uh,
All right. Oh, say this is another
yeah,
one for
Stafford
Brandy.
cannot escape Clark like the Terminator robot that catches up no matter how fast you drive. Yeah, dude, Kenny
Yeah,
Clark, so good in that game.
he is. So who?
Kenny Clark makes me want to watch film, and no one does that. It's crazy because it's like he's one of those guys where if you don't key on him when the game is like, I've only started doing that. Like, what do you key on during a game, Matt? Like when you're watching defense, when you know, because you only get to pick some things. Like,
Yeah.
what do you kind of look? You're watching your Rashawn Gary the entire time.
No, but see, so like, let's say that Rusal. See, I didn't click that button. We already did that before. All right. So that button, and
I think
notice
you
like,
have to unclick the thing.
yeah. But
I have no idea though. I've never used
when
Streamyard.
Rusal Douglas got that pick six, right? I
Yes,
was
sir.
watching Preston Smith and Preston Smith's my guy. Like I like him,
Yeah.
whatever. So, but that's not why I was watching him because he just kind of popped on the screen. Like I saw him on the left, on the bottom of my screen,
Yep.
and that's kind of what it is. Like a guy will just pop on the screen for me. We're like, oh, that's the guy I'm gonna watch. And I was watching Preston Smith, and he almost got there on that sack. He was coming around the corner, and I was like, oh, it's close. Preston Smith, isn't that? And then all of a sudden it was a pick six. Like, oh, it's a
Yeah.
pick six. Like, yeah, like I'm not like a film guy. Like I have no idea.
I'm not typically either. I mean, I'll try to watch every game once after at least. But I will when I'm watching the game now. I find myself like I will watch the line, see who I think is winning in that first 2 seconds, and
Yeah,
typically I'm keying on Kenny or Rashawn Gary, and I'm just looking like okay, because you like as human beings we only have really one you only can really you can see the play concurrently with 11 players but you can only key in on one person at a time, right?
yeah,
So and of course the cameraman and the director are doing a lot of work for the viewer
yeah.
already.
They're telling you.
But yeah, it's pretty crazy because I'm with you. Like I used to be like, okay, I'm just gonna go where my eye moves. Like what is like the play's happening so fast, I'm just gonna see what my eye goes to right away. And now I find myself more and more like seeing that first line battle because even on that Rasul Douglas pick six, like they had pressure. Like there was you knew that like if the defensive line can win their initial 2 second battle, there's enormous pressure on the quarterback, and he's more than likely going to do something dumb.
Yeah, I actually really agree. I think because I think pass pressure, like the rush is like most important. Like all the top quarterbacks, if you get in their face, that's when they're not as good as the Tom Brady's and all the
100%. Yeah.
top guys, Aaron Rodgers. If you get pressure right up their face hole, then they're not as good of a quarterback as they are. So like I think I watch that pass rush. I watch a lot of Preston Smith. I just like this dude.
Yeah.
I just root for
And
him. I
he's
think
having
he's
a
good
great
dude.
season too.
Rashawn Gary,
Yeah.
Kenny Clark. So if you watch a corner, you're 9 times out of 10, you're just gonna be staring at this guy running with a guy. But if you watch the pass rush, I think you're gonna get more act. I don't know. That's kind of where I focus on, and then see where the quarterback throws the ball. Hopefully, he doesn't throw it at all. But yeah, I do. Kenny Clark is such a what I think is funny is like just like AJ Dillon. He's a beast. He's on there busting faces off. You know what I mean? Kenny Clark. He's over there busting face, and they're like the nicest people ever.
Yeah.
I've got to talk to Kenny Clark, and he's like a really nice dude. AJ Dillon, obviously, you talked to him numerous times. What I think is funny, like talking about AJ Dillon, because you guys have him on every week. How much hard work he does, because like obviously he
Yeah.
works his face off to be good at a football player. And then he's gaming, he's trading cards, or he's doing.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask him this today, but I didn't because I had other awesome questions to ask. But like how he has he gets autographs, he has cards from like other players or whatever, and he's just like stock. He's talked about Aaron Rodgers. Every ball he has, he's like, I just save those things.
Yep.
And like I think that's interesting because if I was in that position, I would get everything. Every player, I was like, I want your jersey. And
Well, they do
even-
that now. There's like a ton of
Yeah.
players. They do the trading jerseys after the game. That's really cool.
Yeah, and even cards, like
yeah.
because you're in position. like like AJ Dillon can talk to whatever player he wants. Like I can talk to you.
Yeah.
Maybe not after today. You'll probably cut me off. But
If I was gonna cut you off after this show, what
yeah,
that
yeah.
this is tame.
This is the least of it. I'm a little buzzed up, Corey. You know what I mean?
No, I 100% agree with you. I think what's fascinating about a guy like AJ Dillon to me is like he is ascending, and he's really really good at his position, and we haven't even seen the anywhere near the peak of like what the player he could be. But at the same time, you have this guy who just seems nonstop and like doing like you said, like has the whole collectibles thing on lock. Then he's got the Door County thing, and he's just like he's got his like stream on Twitch, and he's just got so many things. He's already got his merch lined up. Like it's really, and Aaron Jones is the same way, but it's just the guy's got a motor. Like you can tell that like it's who he is, He's just kind of this relentless type person, but not in an annoying way like I am a relentless type person. Because I am, he's just more genuine, and like I don't know, he's so easy to root for. It's incredible because he comes off just really well. Like what you see is what you get. You kind of feel like with him, and like how he is on the pregame part where we talk through the show and what we're gonna do, and how he is after the credits roll, and how he is in the middle. It's all the same.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like nothing really changes, and like and like he had a really cool engagement on Monday, but he was just like he's just like he's just genuine about like if things have to change for other people, he understands that like the things that he already understands at like a young age, that the things that he does affect a lot of people, outside of just himself.
Yeah, and actually, that's a really good point because obviously, like I've been on the show twice. Whatever, no big deal. But no, but like that, like few minutes that you have with AJ before the show starts is exactly the same as him on the show.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, I don't know if that's the same for everyone. Not like I have a lot of, I'm not on a lot of shows with players, but like, yeah, he's the same dude. He seems very genuine. And the thing with like Door County, I think it's like, cause like I've been to Door County. I've been to
Yep.
all, I remember like going on vacation. We go to all the lighthouses.
Yep.
It's not all good. There's a lot of bugs up there, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember going to all the lighthouses.
There's a lot of annoying Chicago rich people too, by the way.
Yeah.
That's why I love when I like the real Door County is some of Brown County. It's like if you think about the finger, like it's before you get all to all the rich places, right? And like it's like Long Island, and then the rich I mean the funny thing is in Door County's gorgeous. Like the rich
Yeah.
places are gorgeous. Washington Island's gorgeous. Like every I mean Wisconsin's gorgeous, and the other side like Marinette and like everything that's going on over there, like dude, it's crazy, how beautiful Wisconsin is. But yeah, AJ embracing Door County I think is really really
Dude,
cool.
he like if because like you're from Green Bay, you're from Wisconsin, like So like if you could give someone advice, like a player,
Yeah.
like Tom Crabtree, who
Yeah.
became a fan favorite,
Yep.
and AJ Dillon is becoming a fan favorite. Even Ben Kurt is becoming
Yep,
a
Kurt
fan
Behnke.
favorite. A lot of these guys who like it doesn't matter you're a starter, you're the all star, the all pro. Doesn't matter if you're third string type of tight end or whatever.
Yep.
Like if you were gonna give someone advice how to become a fan favorite, like you couldn't give AJ Dillon any advice
No.
because he's doing
No.
exactly
Yeah.
what you should do. Tom Crabtree did
Mhm.
the same thing. He's interacting. AJ Dillon is going to take it to a step further, saying,
Well, Tom Crabtree took the moment for what it was in the same
Yeah.
way Kurt Benkert is, right?
"Yeah,
But then also was able to produce as well, right? So you gotta to really become the true fan favorite. It's like you need to be that like you need to like, dude. Tom Crabtree caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl,
yeah,
right? Like,
fake field goal against the Bears."
I mean, Tom Crabtree did some. I've told him this to his face. I'm like, bro, you are a Super Bowl winning tight end in the National Football League. Like, not and that played for the Green Bay Packers. Very few people can ever say. I was like, dude, it's incredible. It's such an incredible feat, right? And so yeah, he was that guy who was just like, I remember in 2010, Tom Crabtree, dude, I got like I think I got 3,000 followers. I can't remember how many it was on Twitter, but I met Tom Crabtree at the Super Bowl. Like I was doing Cheesehead TV photos and stuff, and I took a photo of him and talked to him. And literally 2 hours later, he tweeted, "Everyone should go follow Corey Behnke on Twitter." I was like, "Whoa, dude! Like, okay, that's crazy." And like,
Yeah.
it was just like my email at the time, like all the notifications
Yeah.
come in your email, and you're just like, "Brr," and you feel what it's like to be Matt Ramage on Instagram for a hot second.
No, but like, have you ever heard? Because like, I've had a Crabtree on my show a few times, obviously, and he told the story about the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Have you ever watched Entourage?
yeah.
He did shots with
Adrian
freaking
Grenier.
drama.
Oh, drama.
He,
Yeah.
he did shots of drama. It's one of my favorite clips. I use it as a little commercial while I pee during my
Uh-huh.
live shows. I don't explain it that way during my live shows. I say we're gonna be right back, whatever. But he did shots with drama right after he won the Super Bowl. I think that it's one of my favorite Super Bowl stories. And obviously you hear lots of Super Bowl stories, like different teams or whatever. But like Crabtree's like, I was just hanging out with my buddy at the hotel, and Drama walked by, and then we're like, hey, we should go talk to him. That's Drama from Entourage. We love that show. We know that guy. We walk up, we're like, hey, I just won a Super Bowl. He's like, oh, sweet. He has no idea who Crabtree is, right? And he's like, they dunk down 2 shots of tequila, and then he just walks off. And Crabtree's just like, yeah, that just happened. It's the greatest. He tells it so
That's
much
funny.
better. He tells it so much better. But
That's funny though.
it's great. No, Crabtree's a good guy. Oh yeah, but off of what I was saying there is like, uh, Dillon. He does a great job. First of all, Door County is great. The story I was going to tell before we got to that,
Okay.
real quick, because I know
Yep.
you don't care about this at all. But
Okay.
I was with my family one time. We're at Door County. My wife says, I want to see every lighthouse in Door County because Door County has a lot of freaking lighthouses.
Yep.
So I was like, all right, I'll show you all the damn lighthouses. A lot of them are like condemned. Like no one's there no more. Like
Yeah.
they don't need them. So we go to every lighthouse. And then we're like walking. I got my kids. They're all like, young then, like 10 or whatever. And then we're like, what's that fog? Like, oh, it's foggy in the water. But it's not fog, bro. It is like a bunch of bugs.
Yeah.
We walk
bugs.
right into like a
Yep.
cesspool of bugs.
Yep.
So we run
Yep.
like,
That happens
get
on
back
Winnebago
to
all
the
the time.
car. And we're all like running to the car. The windows are open because it's a nice day. And we're just infested with bugs. I'm driving on the highway doing like 70, trying to get them out the window. But
Dude.
yeah, Door County is great.
I
But-
remember the first time I had come from California and I went with my cousins and we went to High Cliff, I think. And dude, the lake flies. It was like you said, it was like the Bible, all the stuff that you see in the Bible coming. You're like, wait, what is going on right now? No, I was gonna say something about Door County, but I forgot. Oh, we're going to the split
So,
screen now.
we-
That's
we-
nice.
we-
I like the
we
wide.
gotta keep it moving. You know
I
what
like
mean?
the wide.
I mean, yeah, we gotta. I got. Hey, Tyler Herrick made this. Cheesehead TV's social media guy. I know
Nice.
you know who he is. Make sure everyone else does. But yeah. So I won't leave you much longer. I won't take you much longer. But the Packers going forward. All right, they get a bye week coming up.
Yep.
Hopefully, some guy. So you guys over at Cheesehead TV. You guys got some news? Do you know anything? Any guys that might be coming back before? Because people ask me stuff and I don't know shit.
I know
Is anyone
less,
coming
I
back?
know less than you. I have no idea. I would love them all to come back. I have zero, less than zero idea.
Yeah, no, I know less than.
I
zero.
know AJ Dillon is coming back,
I've heard that.
and because
about
he
him.
told me tonight, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
about like 10
You
minutes
know,
ago.
I haven't
whatever
heard
it was.
anything about QB1's toe or anything. I saw Rob Demoski posted something where he's getting some people to look at it, and he's getting like consultation.
He said that on McAfee show that they're
McAfee
gonna,
today. Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna look at it. Anyways, but so how are you feeling going forward through the season? Like the Packers have a bye, obviously. Then they play some football games.
Then they play some football games. All right, let's go to the Cheesehead TV schedule. So I'm on the Cheesehead TV app here, Matt
You can get the
Ramage.
Cheesehead TV app, and you could also
Matt
be
Ramage,
in
do
the
you have the
know.
Cheesehead TV app?
You know damn right
I'm
I
not.
do.
Okay, I'm gonna need proof of
No,
that
Aaron
too.
Nagler actually called me out on that one night. He was on my show, and he's like, "Show me the damn thing."
Yeah,
And,
exactly. So we got the
yeah,
bye week right now, people. Then we got Chicago Bears. So Chicago Bears, you got to call that a W. Come on, that's a
yeah,
W.
that's dumb.
Baltimore Ravens. I did not watch Sunday night's game, but was it any good?
I think that the Ravens are like I don't know because I'm not like an expertise in these things, but I feel like they can win and lose any
Yeah.
given week. They can play good or play really bad.
Plus, they got
That's
a
my
pretty good running
analyst.
game, right?
Yeah, that's my expert analyst.
Then we got Cleveland Browns December on Christmas. What is the NFL doing to Packer fans too? By the way, like why are we doing a Christmas game? It's so weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Is it just because it's on a Sunday? I don't even know what's going on, but it is kind of weird. So then we got Cleveland Browns. That's a W. Then we got Minnesota Vikings. That's a W. And then we got Detroit Lions. That's a W. So you're
Yeah,
literally talking about one, and as the season progresses, hopefully the Green Bay Packers are getting healthier, right? And we're not
yeah,
losing anybody,
yeah.
right?
Because yeah,
So that's I know I'm not really that good at math, but what do we got? 5 plus 9, 14 and 3, 13 and
yeah.
4, 13 and 4.
Let's go down. If Matt LaFleur can win 13 games 3 years in a row, and I get it, people. First of all, whenever I say this, if he doesn't win an NFC Championship game, but we gotta just get through this season, and
Yeah,
we'll see. Because a lot of people get mad because I pumped up. I said Matt LaFleur should win a Coach of the Year.
he
They're
should.
like he's
I
got to
agree.
win an NFC Championship game first. Like no,
Why? No,
That's
he
a
doesn't.
regular. First of all, that's a regular
There's
season
coaches
award.
that have not even won a Super. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because first of all, that's a regular season award, and obviously he
I'm
wants.
pretty sure there's coaches that have won a Coach of the Year that haven't won a playoff game. And
Yeah,
Matt LaFleur,
probably. I guarantee because it's a regular season award. MVPs, a regular season award. Offensive
Yeah.
player, defensive player, all those awards are
Yeah.
regular season awards. But Matt LaFleur deserves to get it. People are talking about Belichick. Like, all right, Belichick. Obviously, he's one of the greatest coaches of his genre of his era, whatever. He doesn't need it, bro. He's got like he's over there stacking rings. All right, he's not gonna get one this year, but like he's.
I mean, here would be my argument for why he should get it this year.
All right,
And I
let me.
think that if you look at, what he inherited, because a lot of people are like, wait, he's got Aaron Rodgers, you inherited all these people, you basically, Mike McCarthy was, just lost the peak of his powers and lost his quarterback, right? But ultimately, like, it was a good team that had been to the playoffs many times and blah, 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 all the things I'm going to say. But so here's a guy, Matt LaFleur, who takes the defensive coordinator that he's given, right? Which allows him, which I think is kind of brilliant because it allows him to kind of see he's got his offense. He knows he has Aaron Rodgers. He knows that him personally, and Nathaniel Hackett, they're going to be the ones that have to kind of make the offense happen. But that's kind of in his path, right? So now he's got this coach that he inherits. He gets to see all the things, right? And depending on who you believe about the whole Jim Leonard situation, he brings in Barry, and Barry now has a top 5 defense in the NFL, and that's the number one reason why coach should be considered for the Coach of the Year. I mean, it's insane, and also like you do have to look and say, for a guy who just got his job and he's already up there in winning percentages and wins with some of the greatest coaches of all time. They showed this one stat I saw, what was it, like 3 weeks ago, where it's like 3 fedoras and then coach. It's like 3
Dude.
coaches wearing fedoras, and that was like it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, dude, Matt LaFleur is first of all because this whole show is like silliness or whatever. We're just screwing around, but like this is like I have like real feeling for. Like Matt LaFleur is the most disrespected coach like in a long time. I won't say of all time, but like in a long time because he has Aaron Rodgers, and
Yep.
then And people trash Aaron Rodgers and say he's overrated, he's this and that. They're like, well, Matt LaFleur is really great. Well, he's got Aaron Rodgers. Well, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one, people. Matt LaFleur, like, yes, they had a good team. The Packers are winning lots of things. They won a Super Bowl. Long time went by, but they were winning. They're always competitive. But they were 6-9-1. And what anybody, whatever they want to say, the fact of the matter is, the team was 6-9-1. I went to a lot of games that year. I went to the Arizona Cardinals game that Mike McCarthy got fired after. My feet froze. Lambeau Field. Sometimes if you sit in the right spot, you're gonna sit in a puddle.
Yeah.
My feet.
What happened? I think we lost Matt, which I don't even know how that's possible. I want to hear the story right now. Six, 9-1. Wow. Oh, forgot about those times. Is this season?
It's out of my own show.
How is that possible?
It did
Matt,
like.
wait, you got to show some of these comments. Matt, Matt Roper, LOL. Isn't this Matt's channel? Kid Jonathan Mears. I bet he kicked a wire.
Dude, I don't know why my thing is
Dude,
so.
why are
even
you,
when I scroll down,
you should let me be able to play the. Oh, I'm getting blamed. Mike Witt's blaming me. He's like, "Way to go, Behnke." I'm like,
Dude,
all of a sudden, it's just myself, and I'm like, I think I'm still live.
You know what's funny is every time I zoom in, or like I scroll down for the comments, it just zooms out. Anyways,
Oh, that's funny.
so like, can you hear me now? So yeah, but like this is way to go, Behnke. Dude,
I did nothing.
No, I think I did nothing. Like I
So
I
wait,
don't know why.
I'm okay. So 6-9-1. You're in a
Yeah.
puddle at Lambeau.
Yeah, I was in a puddle. My
Yep.
feet froze that day.
Yep.
I walked to my truck, could barely feel my feet. I thought I was gonna lose a foot. All right. So like I don't know where I was going with that, but like Matt LaFleur dug us out of that. Like yeah,
Yep.
obviously
Yeah.
it was a good team. We have Aaron Rodgers. Like we're gonna be all right. But like he did that 6-9-1.
Well, we weren't necessarily going to be all right too, right? Because like I don't think even the biggest QB1 fan, right? Like a lot of why we were 6-9-1 was because Mike and Aaron could not get on the same page.
Yeah, they weren't
for whatever
vibing.
reason, right? So
Yeah.
it takes two to vibe, right? It takes two to really get that. And I'm not that's not a hate on Rodgers, but it's like Matt LaFleur had a hard job to be able to go,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
we got to make this work. How are we going to make this work? And, you know, QB1 is not necessarily known to be the
I've heard.
I'm going to stop talking now.
I've heard he may or may not be a complicated fella. I love Aaron Rodgers. I'm probably one of the most biggest defenders of Aaron Rodgers. And I'm not gonna be up. There's no but there. I have no like but.
There's no but.
No, I love Aaron Rodgers. You know what I mean? Like him and Mike McCarthy weren't vibing at some point.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Somebody
it was,
had to
I
go
don't
because they
even
weren't
care.
vibing, and somebody above our pay grade made the decision that was going to be Mike McCarthy,
Yeah.
and here we are.
And Matt LaFleur, he did have a tough job. First of all, Matt LaFleur is a first-year head coach.
Yep.
First-year head coach, Hall of Fame quarterback. They're probably they might have a statue of Aaron Rodgers outside someday. I mean, I would assume they had to have Brett Favre out there first, or at the same time at least.
And also Bart
But, yeah.
Starr, by the way.
Yeah. Because they don't have a lot of statues out there. You know, there's not littered with statues out front.
There's two statues. Well, I guess the Lambeau Leap statue kind of counts, but it's like the fan
I'm not
statue.
Sure. I'm not sure that's a statue. That's kind of like a structure.
Okay, I'm with you.
But yeah, they're not littered with statues. You're not bumping into statues walking through Lambeau.
No.
But anyways, his name's gonna be across Ring of Honor. His number's gonna be retired. Packers don't renumber tires or retire numbers. They don't retire.
Packers do not renumber tires. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you this right now. Okay, I'm fairly certain.
We are breaking news here tonight,
The
Corey.
Packers are not going to be renumbering any tires. Okay.
But they don't retire a lot of numbers. I mean, yeah, I said it right that time. They don't retire a lot of numbers.
I love how you're like, yeah, I said it right that time, but then you went up an inflection right at the end because you just
Yeah,
still weren't kind
I
of sure. You were
wasn't
like, I
sure.
want to be sure, but I'm not.
But they don't retire a lot of numbers. Aaron Rodgers will be one of those numbers. I think it's like with Aaron Rodgers, I think it'll be 5. How
I
many
thought
is
you
it?
weren't going to ask me questions about the Packers.
Anyways,
It's a
there's
lot.
not a lot. They have a lot.
I think there's quite a few. There's the differences.
Well, Ring
the
of
retired
Honor.
numbers, 100%. Ring of Honor versus retired numbers.
Yeah,
I
Ring
think
of
you're
Honor
right. It's about 5.
is a little bit more.
Favre was the last. Yeah. Favre was the
so
most
they got
recent.
Favre. I'm not gonna go through the list because I'll get them wrong and people will call me out. But there's not a bunch. But anyways,
No.
Matt LaFleur was going to coach a player who everyone said is uncoachable. I'm not saying that he listens to like Colin Cowherd. I'm not.
I thought you.
Or whoever.
I thought you're not listening. You've withdrawn from Colin Cowherd. I thought
I don't
you told
listen.
me that.
I don't listen to any of these pricks, but I know that they exist.
Right.
People tag me when they say good things about the Packers,
And then you watch them.
and then they say if they tag me in bad things, I block them because I don't need that negativity in my life.
I hear you.
but
Also, they don't
Matt
actually watch
LaFleur.
the game, so it's like it's so
Yeah,
pointless.
they don't.
Like,
Dude, they don't know.
Dude, so many people that talk about the NFL, like this is why I don't talk about any other NFL team. I barely know enough about the Packers to talk about them all the time, and I literally live, eat, and breathe them. But I just can't imagine like there's these people that talk about the NFL and they actually don't watch the games, and I mean it's just like it's crazy. Most people talking about the NFL on NFL Network or whatever, they don't watch a lot of games. They're just watching the highlight and doing, moving on.
Well,
with their
yeah.
life.
With most teams, like they don't know. They can't. No one can know. Like Rogers mentioned today on the Pat McAfee show about. I'm not gonna get into the whole thing, but with why he whipped his toe out.
Yeah.
And he was like, notice how the beat writers that write for the Packers never wrote a story about that. I'm not gonna get into the whole story that was written or whatever. But like that's just the thing. Like, people outside really don't know a bunch about the Packers. Like they're not watching all the games. So they're not watching. They're not having like if I want to know what's going on with the Packers, I'm gonna watch the guy or listen to the guys who actually are like in there. Like they're interviewing the players or watching the games or in the thing, not the guys who are in LA and like just a lot of it. I mean, I don't know. The whole sports media thing. I don't know. I don't really like it that much. There's a few guys that I watch who I listen to. I don't like to say names or like bash guys because I know a lot of people, guys and girls who like do a lot of hard work to like get all the information. But there's like a select people who I pay attention to get my news because I don't know. A lot of it just seems like they just I don't know what they're doing. I don't like to be negative, so I'm not going to talk about that. But you know what I mean? Like you don't need to listen to like 4-letter networks anymore. Like this is 2021. Like I don't because people will watch the Pat McAfee show, right?
Yep.
And they'll write an article about it.
Yeah.
And then someone will read that article when there's a freaking YouTube video you can watch.
Yeah.
And then get your own. I get that there's certain people.
I mean,
I
love how the person who does a lot of content aggregation as part of their thing is bitching about somebody doing content aggregation because that's that's what we're talking about, right? Like,
yeah.
This is the Carry the G post game show, right? You could just watch Carry the G, or you could listen to us talk about it. So this is kind of a little bit about that. You know what I mean? Like, like how you consume your content as a person is different. And so I think what a lot of people realize is, oh, hey, well, if I just repost, the people that follow me are going to follow me. You experience this, right? You hand people that are following you stuff that you like, right? And you curate for them. And it's a similar approach, but I totally hear you because everything becomes the telephone game, right? Like the problem that you have ultimately is the telephone game effect where some person who is looking after engagement, or they're looking to troll people or want to use the content for nefarious purposes against its agenda, that's the thing that bothers you, because they're like, you're taking it off as something somebody wrote over here that's talking, referencing this thing that's the actual thing. And that's like the telephone game, right? It's like if you put me, you, and two other people in a circle, somebody's going to say that they are renumbering the tires, right?
Yes, yes. The tires are being renumbered. No, but actually, you open my eyes a little bit to it, because when I post my stuff on my Facebook, which is the most of where I post my stuff, because it's not just videos, it's just the posts that I make.
Yeah.
It's mostly positive. So I'm like,
Yeah.
when there's bad stuff,
You're
sometimes I'm
sharing
like,
stuff or whatever. Yeah.
But I'm sharing the stuff that I want to share. That's
Yeah.
stuff I think that people
Stuff you like. Yep.
So like a lot of the negative stuff, I just skip altogether. So like so at the same time, I'm changing. I wouldn't say changing the narrative, but like I'm putting out what I want to put out. And the same thing for other people who that I might get upset about because they're posting stuff that maybe I wouldn't post, but that doesn't make it wrong, because they're kind of doing the same thing I'm doing.
You can just not follow them.
Oh, I don't.
No.
Yeah, but I'm not. But they're not wrong for it either. No, because I think you opened my eyes, Corey. Corey Behnke opened my eyes.
Okay.
Anyways, but no, but like the thing that kind of gets me, because I get it, because with the Aaron Rodgers Tuesday with a lot of people,
Yep.
like they don't watch the YouTube video, but they'll watch a link of someone who's not even a Packer beat writer, but just like someone out there. And then they're like, "Oh, I'll just read what they said." But like, there's an actual YouTube video. It's not that long.
Yeah.
It's not a long video.
Yeah, and they clip a highlight out for you if you
Yeah,
just
so like,
watch that
just
part.
go watch the source. It's not a whole game. Like, I get like a whole game, people are gonna downsize it. Like, hey, this is what happened. Aaron Rodgers threw some touchdowns. AJ Dillon ran some in. He beat some guys in the face, and Kenny Clark tackled a couple guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I get it. It's like a 3-hour game, but like this is like you can watch like a 20-minute YouTube video and get all the news. And I get like certain people, you want to hear their opinion. Like, you watch the same thing I watch, but I watch it too. But like I want to, because I like what you put out, what you write. So I want to know your opinion too. But like some people don't even, they just read like some person that hates them. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I don't know.
I mean, dude, you're literally describing why there are trolls. You know, some people that's what they get off on. You know,
I kind of do the same thing though. I watch. I don't even watch a whole Vikings game. I'll watch like 3 plays on Red Zone, and then I'll trash the Vikings for a week.
Oh yeah, dude, I'll do that
like
all day.
3 plays. So
I've done that off of a doink. I one of the games where they had the doink, and I was just like, oh hell yeah, I'll trash that all day. I don't need to see that game.
Because someone called me out on it one day because the Packers played someone at the same time the Vikings played. And I made like a 10-minute rant video about the Vikings, why they sucked that day.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, the Vikings played the same time as the Packers, and it's like that happened 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
And you're like, yeah. Have you ever seen NFL Red Zone? Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
I watched like 3 plays of that game. They lost. I picked out a little piece and I just trashed them. Anyways, Corey Behnke, one of my favorite people to talk to. Cheesehead Tv, co-founder and co-host of the AJ Dillon show. And that's about it, really. No, X Live. X Live. Live X. You know, I was close.
You were renumbering the tires. You were renumbering the tires.
Live X owner, creator. I don't know what you do there. You first of all, before I let you go.
Yes, sir.
What is LiveX? I think I've asked this before, but
LiveX is a live streaming and broadcast services company that's based in New York and also Green Bay, Wisconsin. So in Green Bay, we have a remote broadcast facility.
You have like a fantasy factory type thing. You ever watch like Rob Dyrdek?
No. I've watched Rob Dyrdek, but I don't know what that
You
is.
should get one of those fantasy factories. I'll go in there. I'll throw myself in some styrofoam things.
Oh, sweet. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like for influencers to like use and stuff, and like
you
no.
should. I'm not gonna pay them.
we basically do live streaming. Actually, when you watch Carry the G is like a classic example.
Yeah. It's much better than what's going on here.
Yeah, well, what it is it allows people to use Zoom. So we have a product that allows people to use whatever they're comfortable with, a conferencing software, and then make it look like television, right? Make it
Yeah,
look a
make it
little bit,
good.
make it like, oh, here's a $5. I mean, obviously Aaron's in the studio, so when you see Aaron in the studio on Carry the G on Mondays, that's in the LiveX studio in New York.
Yeah.
So, but that the Cheesehead TV is a very small client of LiveX, but is one of LiveX's clients. So it's a little bit of what we do, but we do a lot of things with a lot of live streaming services for major companies,
Like concerts and stuff, right?
concerts, events, but things you wouldn't even think about, right? Like we do quarterly earnings for a lot of companies. We do, when it comes to live streams. So there's this, right? You have very few entertain. Like I always say, you there's like four buckets, right? You have what I call interactive live streaming, which is what this is, even though we're not interacting with our audience that
We
much,
should.
right? Then you
Oh
have,
yeah.
oops. Then you have live event streaming, right? You have an event, it's got to happen, so you're going to live stream it like a coverage event, and then you pretty much have news, breaking news, and you have sports. So you don't have a lot of things that have to be live, right? So a lot of our clients like they do stuff and it's got to be live.
Yeah, I actually am really interested in that. I know like some people who are watching. I'm gonna put this in my podcast, so they're gonna listen too. Nobody's gonna listen this far, but
It's cool. We actually
no,
just
I
got
actually think it's very interesting because like first of all, like the Carry the G show, I think it's very professional. It's very good, and like I follow LiveX, and I kind of like start clicking, I start going down the old rabbit hole of
yep.
what LiveX does. I think it's very cool because like a lot of like concerts and like different type of events can like you said make it look like it's like TV and
I
maybe
mean,
even a little bit
everybody
better.
watches. I mean, the internet allows you to actually right now, currently, stream in 4K and stream in better than TV, right?
Yeah,
So that's kind of cool. Also, the internet allows you to have interactivity. So, hopefully on the post side of the pandemic, there'll be more of that for people to do. Because right now, it's almost like everybody's gotten into live streaming, which is great, and everybody's like understands what it is now. And so what's great about that is like now next year and the years after, it's like we can really get back to like interactivity and like doing cool stuff. Like we for Cheesehead TV, we do this trivia show, and it actually utilizes like LiveX. We built this custom software that we could like make it so you could do quizzes on the internet, but you could use different platforms. It's because
yeah,
like you don't want to just make something for YouTube or to make something for Facebook or make something for Twitter. You want to be able to go to everywhere that you are, TikTok or whatever, and be able to like interact with everyone all the time, right? And StreamYard kind of does this here where you can kind of see what people are talking about. But there's a whole nother world that, is awaiting us when it comes to interactivity on the internet. And I've been in live streaming since like 2004, like 3 years before I even started Cheesehead TV. I've been live streaming as a live producer on major events and major, coverage things. But we're just in the beginning of this industry. That's what's so crazy.
yeah. Because like because a lot of people ask me like, how do I do a show like yours? Like Streamyard, I feel like makes it possible for morons like
100%.
me. Like
Yep.
anyone can do it.
StreamYard's great. It's great.
Yeah,
It's like it's allowed like, all Packer fans, but all kind of verticals, different genres to
yeah,
do this. And yeah, it's great. And the way you got to look at it is like this is like one of the easier ways to make a show, but it still like looks pretty good. And it can go up from there where like you could have this show produced by 12 people, right?
yeah.
Like, John Oliver's show
And it
just has
would
him
my
and, it's like he's got a crew of 40 people, right?
yeah, yeah. Because like there's more people. Like well, like I always tell
Somebody could
people.
bring you a beer. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? There could
but
be
like
someone.
even like if you watch Pat McAfee, like he's got the thing in his ear. People are telling them things. Like I won't say Pat McAfee because I don't know how he does it. But like the big networks,
Yeah, he is.
yeah,
He has what's called an IFB. So when you
yeah.
when you
I
watch Pat McAfee,
assume,
it's the control room. So it's whoever is his producer. So what's crazy about our stuff is like it's completely remote. So like I can be on comms and I can be talking to Nagler from my comm station right here, and he could be like in the studio in New York, right? So it's
yeah,
like that just it's you add all these tools to elevate the game, but the thing that's hard is you can do something simple, right? Like what we're doing is like pretty what you're doing on StreamYard is actually pretty advanced. Like you can, move through the clips, move through the ISOs, playback videos, do the things that StreamYard allows you to do, right? And then there's this whole other level where you can just be like, okay, well, I want all my lower thirds completely branded. I want, animated interstitials flying through the air between segments. And then we're going to, like,
Yeah,
I
you
think
guys.
you kind of see it with Packer Transplants. It's more of like a news show that, LiveX produces where it's like, it's two talking heads, but we have a clear script and like there's graphics and you know
Yeah.
what you're, and
There's no
a
script in
little
my
bit more
show.
more formula. But what's funny is, the thing that I say, and I say this to people in Green Bay, like there's so many influencers like yourself that are making content that are changing the game in ways that we don't even know what's going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
so it's funny because you and I are older, so we remember TV, but like the whole thing about like live streaming is so cool because it opens up all these other things that nobody ever thought of because they're available to people. And that's incredible. It's this democratization, right? And the problem with democratization is you get a higher amount of volume, but it's not necessarily a bad thing because you get to learn about content that's not made by a gatekeeper like somebody like, that I know in New York that are producers for all the networks, right?
Yeah.
There's these rules and like all YouTube and everything else has allowed people to completely break them. And it's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, because like when I first started, before I ever thought about streaming, I was watching Cheesehead TV like way back when I never had an inkling in my wildest thoughts that I was like, I'm gonna do that someday. It was just kind of like,
Back
hey,
when you
these guys.
actually watched Packer Transplants?
Yeah, I never thought I would do it. I had no even want to do it. I was never like, I want to do that someday. I was never. I was like, that's cool. These guys are talking about the Packers. They're like in this little shitty room,
Yeah.
but it seems like it's like a almost like a
You want
studio.
to be in the
But
room though. You wanted to be in
yeah,
the room.
but because I could tell like these guys are talking about the Packers, and it was just like so like out of like I had not expected like hey because like what you see on TV, ESPN or whatever at the time, it was like the same thing, but they're just talking about Packers and they're Packer fans. You could tell that it was not ESPN operation,
Yeah.
but like you were like ahead of the way, and like I say, I had no want to be like I was never like I want to do that or even like I could do that up until like a year ago. I was like, I was doing a podcast like on my phone when I first started, and I was recording on my wife's phone. I
Yep.
was doing audio on my phone, talking to
I
Crabtree.
remember the
I
first.
was like,
I think I was on your one of your first StreamYards, wasn't I?
yeah, I think so. Because when I first found StreamYard, I was like, oh, I can actually make a. And then now StreamYard is advanced. They keep adding new things, so you can
Yeah.
do. It almost seems professional if you put the work in, which I never do. Uh, you could put the video in and like do the overlays, which I do partially sometimes. Like, but like you know what I mean. I just have fun. I don't care. But no, I think it's very interesting what you guys do over at LiveX. I know, but probably no one watching cares
Yeah, I
that
probably
much.
lost all your viewers, so sorry about that.
Yeah, but I think and my computer's tweaking out.
Okay.
But anyways, Corey Behnke, Cheesehead TV, LiveX, all types of things. Packer transplants. You guys do so much good stuff over there. I'm glad to even get to
Tomorrow
interact
night,
with
check
you
us
guys.
out on YouTube. Packer
Yeah,
Transplants Live.
yeah. Packer transplants live at 6 o'clock, right? I don't know you guys do it at 6 o'clock
Yes,
at
sir.
Central Time.
Six
There you go.
o'clock Lambo time.
There you go. Dude, I'm gonna stand outside your window.
Oh dear.
No, I probably won't. I got shit to do tomorrow. I gotta take my dog to the vet. But if I did have something to do, I would stand outside your
And
window
throw snowballs.
and just
Just
look
throw
in.
snowballs and be like, "What's going on
Just
behind
look.
me?"
Just look in and be like, Corey, let me in, bro. You like I will after the show's over, bro. You can't be involved in this. Anyways, appreciate you coming on. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. You're probably disappointed, but get used to it. You know what I mean? I think they should be used to it. You know.
Oh dear.
No, we have a good time over here, people. Go Pack, go! Thanks for tuning in, and I had a good time. You know what I mean? I'm pretty buzzed up. I got to work at 4 in the morning. Be all right though. You know what I mean? You got anything to say? What you want to end it with?
Go Pack, go.
There you go.